Hi, my name is Karen Reeves from Caking It Up. Welcome to Cake TV, brought to you by Renshaw. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cute reindeer cake just in time for Christmas. Okay, so what I've done now is I've tortured and filled my cake with a chocolate ganache and I've let it sit overnight. I've also pre-made some Swiss meringue buttercream. I will then cover my cake with that Swiss meringue buttercream. If you're looking for the tutorial on how to make the buttercream, please see the link below. I'm now going to put a smooth coat of buttercream over my cake. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and done a crumb coat on my cake just to secure all the crumbs. I'm then going to pop it in the fridge for about 10 minutes just until the buttercream hardens up a little bit. And then I'm going to take it out and finish doing the last coat of my buttercream on my cake. So I'm just using a thin metal scraper to scrape away any excess buttercream, tidying up the top and the edges. The great thing about this design is it doesn't need to be perfect. So now we're going to be moving on to our reindeer. I found two images on the internet, one of the reindeer's head and one of the antlers. And what I'm going to be doing then is using the Renshaw Extra in the brown colour. I'm also going to be adding a little bit more colouring to it just to make it that little bit darker by using the Progel brown. I will also then need to add a little bit of Tylos to it just to help it set that little bit quicker. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my images. As you can see, I've cut the antlers off this one as I'm going to be replacing them with these ones. The reason I chose these images was because I wanted these to be extra long so they can stick out of the top of the cake. I'm now going to take my fondant and add some colour to it to darken it and also add a little bit of Tylos. Okay, now that my colour's mixed through my fondant, I'm going to roll it out and it needs to be thick enough for you to be able to pop a skewer through it. So probably about 4 millimeters thick. Okay, so once you're happy with the thickness of your fondant, simply take one of your antlers, place it on top and use your craft knife to cut. Once you're finished cutting, remove the excess and then you're ready to pop your skewer through your antler. So you push it in about 3/4 of the way up the antler and then tidy it up, making sure that it looks nice and smooth. Okay, so I finished my antlers and I'm going to let them sit overnight to pop on our cake tomorrow. I'm then going to continue to cut out the reindeer's face and we can apply this to the cake straight away. So take off your excess and you can use your finger to smooth down any edges that need fixing. Okay, I've had my cake setting in the fridge and I've also cut out the reindeer's face and all I need to do now is place it onto the cake. So the next step is to do the Santa hat and the reindeer nose using the Renshaw Extra Fondant in the red colour. With the hat, I'm going to mould that by hand and there's no cutters needed for it. So once you're happy with the shape of your Santa hat, you can pick it up and place it up against your cake. What I would suggest would be to stick part of the Santa hat to your buttercream just to make sure that it's nice and secure. And you can also pop a little bit of edible glue onto the bottom half. You can keep smoothing it out and using your hand to adjust the shape. So now you can go ahead and make the red nose with your red fondant. You need to form the nose into an oval shape. Again, I'm going to be using some of the edible glue to secure the nose to the face. You need to position the nose in the middle of the face. So now we're going to move on to the reindeer's eyes. I'm going to be using Renshaw Extra in the colour blue. Take a small amount of your fondant to create the eyes. Okay, so you need to take 2 pieces of fondant, roughly the size of a pea, and roll them into balls. You will then need to flatten them out in the shape of an oval and then place them onto your cake. Okay, you will need some white fondant to create the fluffy bit of the Santa hat, and what you need to do is to roll it into a sausage, and you can then take a toothpick and just poking through the fondant to create the texture. Once you've created the texture, you need to put a little bit of edible glue on it and secure it to your hat. You can press your fondant into the hat just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Make a ball with your fondant and do the same with the pom-pom. Okay, so we're nearly done. The next thing to do is to paint the details on the eyes and the mouth. And I'm going to be doing that using a little bit of Rose Spirit, as well as the Rainbow Dust, Black Magic and Snowdrift. I like to pour the Rose Spirit into something smaller just so that I can control how much I'm actually using. In this case, I'm just using the lid. When you're mixing your dusts, you just need to make sure that you've got the right consistency for painting, so you're looking for something that's not too runny. Once you're happy with your black mixture, you can then go ahead and paint the details of the eyes. So I'm painting the circles at the top corners of the eyes. It just makes it look really cute. Okay, I'm then going to go around the edge of the eyes with my paintbrush. To do the mouth on the reindeer, a nice tip is to use a circle cutter just to imprint where you need to actually paint. Okay, so now that you've indented the mouth, you can then go ahead and paint the line on. I'm now going to go ahead and mix the white dust with some Rose Spirit, just as we did for the black, and then we're going to pop some dots onto the eyes of the reindeer. Using a very fine paintbrush, we will then add the dots onto the eyes. You will need to make one of the dots larger than the other one and one smaller. I've let these antlers sit overnight so they are nice and firm, and all we need to do now is to place them into our cake and position them nicely on top of the hat. And there you have it, a super cute reindeer Christmas cake. Thank you for watching Cake TV, brought to you by Renshaw. I'm Karen Reeves from Caking It Up. Why did I keep talking? I forgot what I had to say. Far out, why does this take so long? And why did I do that? Can we not cut it? I've cut the antlers off the cow, I was going to say. I feel like I need to do like the Roadrunner. Oh, I'm going to roll it out nice and thin. No, it's not going to be nice and thin.